Hi, I'm Gannon with Universal Audio, and I'm here with my buddy Tim from RECORDING.de. How's it going, Tim?
Hi, it's fine, and I'm very excited. What's going on now?
Well, this is a really exciting time for us at Mesa. We're going to introduce our new next generation Apollos. So, for those of you that are familiar with Apollos, Apollos have been the best-selling audio interfaces since they were introduced in 2012. So, we're really excited about this next generation Apollos here. We've done a number of improvements on the platform. We have new products, so it's a really cool, exciting release for us. There's three new Apollos in the next generation line here. Starting at the top, this is an 8P, and the P stands for preamps. So we have 8 Unison-enabled preamps in this thing. So people have been requesting more preamps to record larger ensembles or a drum kit or something without having to slave multiple units together. So the 8P offers 8 Unison mic preamps in it. The Apollo 8 is pretty much the next generation of the existing Apollo. So 4 mic preamps, the 2 high Z inputs, and the full complement of outputs. Apollo 16 Mark II is also the same I/O. It's 16 inputs and outputs on D sub, so analog inputs and outputs. All three of them feature highly improved A to D and D to A's. So we've redesigned all of those circuits, and we've improved the spec by a significant amount. So we now offer best-in-class A to D and D to A conversion on all 3 models. There have been another significant number of improvements as well. All of them, this is not an improvement. We've always run UAD plugins and real-time UAD plugins. That's kind of the magic of what Apollo does. But we've turned on Unison mic preamp technology for the high Z inputs. And what Unison does is allows us to talk to the hardware and the software at the same time. So through a plugin, we can control the physical impedance of the inputs. So as you put a 1/4-inch jack in there and plug your guitar in, and when you launch a raw plugin or an Ibanez tube screamer or one of our stomp boxes or soon-to-be guitar amplifiers, we're actually changing the impedance load of the high Z input. So that's really exciting. Gives you that same frequency response and load on the pickups that you would get if you actually plugged into the physical device. So that's really cool.
So you talk about the preamp, and how do I control the preamps? Because I don't see 8 knobs for the preamps.
Right. Well, you actually have your choice. You can control the preamps from either the software or from the front panel. So each of these devices has a preamp knob, and there's a switch in the knob. So if I press the switch, you can see this number going down here to 8. And here I'm on number 1. I have my pad and 48 volts turned on, and I can do my input gain here. And I can press that again. I go to number 2, and you'll see that the parameters change as you go. So you can either do it here, or you can go up to the actual software and control it here. So if I go to, say, input number 4, and we'll go here, I can turn that guy up, and you'll see this LED ring go up at the same time as I do it here.
Right. So I got both worlds and can use it in the recording room and control it from the control room.
That's right. So you can do it from the software, or you can do it from the front panel. All of these preamps work the same way. So the Apollo Twin has a switch to go between channel 1 and channel 2. This guy can go 1 through 8. This guy can go 1 through 4. So yeah, the choice is yours.
So how many power do you got inside the Apollo? I guess that's very important for getting the plugins in real time.
Right. Okay. So the Apollo 8P only comes in a quad. So there's 4 DSP chips in there. Those are Shark DSPs. There's 4 chips in the Apollo 8P. The Apollo 8 comes in 2 flavors. There's an Apollo Duo, which has 2 chips, and Apollo Quad, which has 4 chips. And the Apollo 16 Mark II has 4 chips as well. So we're edging toward the 4 chips. More DSP, of course, is going to run more and give you more horsepower. So that's where we go with that. Yeah. Some other really interesting things that we've done with the new generations is we've lit the switches, so you can now see what's engaged as you go through a channel. You can see those switches light up. That helps you identify what's happening inside the box at a glance. So we've added a number of the front panel switches. So you have the meter switching. You can switch from input to output. You can switch your alt monitors on. And we also have a programmable function switch. The programmable function switch lets you switch between Alt2, mono, and dim. And as more features are added, we can add more things to that function switch.
So when I press this button, I use, for example, the dim function.
Yeah. So if I make it dim, when I press dim,
Yes.
this dim will go on in the software as well. So that's very cool.